Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing absolutely great. Welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about one of the most important periods of a game's life cycle, and that is its launch week, and I would argue it's actually the most important part of a game's real life. Marketing is great, and the final finished product, months on, it can be great, but if the game is slandered at launch, it's dead in the water. Look at games like Cyberpunk. No matter if they update the game today and it becomes the best game ever made, that game will not go down in history as the best game ever made. It will be the buggiest game. Same with AOM. AOM could have been a masterpiece, but it wasn't because of all of its bugs and obviously other issues with it. So today I want to talk about Saints Row's launch and what I feel has to be done to kind of give Saints Row a good reputation for its game and, kind of pull people on board with the whole Saints Row product. So the first part is the most obvious part to literally everyone and their parents, and that is it needs to be relatively bug free. Now look, I'm not going to be the guy who sits there and pretends they care about bugs as much as everyone else does. Truthfully, I'm not actually that bothered. Bethesda is my favourite, well, it's one of my favourite developers, and to say they have buggy games, it would be an understatement. As long as the game doesn't have any real game-breaking bugs, and the bugs that are there are either funny and few in between, or just really dumb ones that don't happen that much, I'm okay with that. The issue is, if the game becomes a buggy product like, say, AOM, and it kind of ruins the actual overall experience, that's when we have a bit of a problem. So, with the game having a delay, going gold, and having a day one patch, I think it will be in a good position. But that's all up for debate. Who knows what could happen? I mean, it's a game, and modern gaming can have its problems. So I just really hope that the game can come out relatively bug-free, which, from what I've been seeing, it seems to be. And before you worry, all the media outlets that got the game, they got a very old build. It was not the build that everyone's going to be getting day one, and it also didn't have the day one patch, so don't panic there. But it does definitely need to be bug-free. Relatively, as I said, and if there are bugs, they need to be addressed and fixed, and that's my next point. I think it needs to have some support after launch. If there are bugs, and if there are issues, and if there are glitches that people want resolved, they need to be fixed and addressed. So if, say, a bug is reported that can give you unlimited respect or unlimited money, that needs to be addressed in some sort of patch note, or maybe just a tweet saying we're looking into this, we're looking into that. And this is really easy done, but it also builds that bond between community and, developers, because it means that they're listening and they're communicating. And I feel Saints Row will do this. I don't think they'll just let things slide under the radar if there's an issue. They will want to fix their product if there's a problem. And like I said, I hope there's no problems, and I don't think there will be. I have faith, but I'm just saying, if there is, then they need to be addressed and semi-fixed. So, moving past that, a lot of people need this game to be good for them. It's safe to say that Saints Row is in a very tricky point community-wise, and it's had a lot of backlash. Now, like I've said about a million times, I'm really on board with Saints Row, and I'd say a lot of my community is too. We have one of the more positive sides of the community when it comes to opinions on the reboot. However, like I said, a lot of people aren't, and Saints Row has the perfect opportunity here to completely change everyone's opinion. So if this game comes out, and in this first week it is going... everyone's going, sorry, wow, this game is way better than I thought, this is really good. That word will spread, people will try it, and the word will spread more, over and over. And it'll be this endless loop of this game becoming that gem that no one expected it to be. I think this can happen. I think the game will not be as bad as maybe some people believe it will. And I think that when it comes out, the word will get around that Saints Row is actually quite a fun, good experience. I mean, if it has a good story, or if it has a really good map, which I already think it does, if it has the best gameplay, some good customization, stuff like that, it doesn't need to have everything, but if it has a good few key components, the word will spread that it's good for certain reason or another reason, and, that will get more players on board with Saints Row and kind of fix its semi-weird reputation right now. You see, marketing is one thing, but people like to see it to believe it. And, marketing a game in a certain way or not shouldn't be the be-all and end-all of a game. I think the game itself should be that. And if the game comes out and it's better than people thought with the marketing, it will spread that the game is good. And that will, luckily, hopefully get more players on board. Marketing can do a lot of damage, game-wise, but it can't kill a game, in my opinion, unless it's atrocious. which I don't think the reboots has been. I mean, there's been a couple iffy points, I think, in the past, but honestly, overall, especially over the last few months, I think they've done a very good job at marketing Saints Row, and I think that they definitely picked it up when they rethought their marketing. But seriously, I think this first week is really important for the game, and I think it desperately needs to just kind of blow people away. I think that that's what people are gonna kind of be banking on. I also think that this game needs to try and not have any more leaks. There is a lot going around right now, and there's lots of spoilers. Luckily, I've managed to avoid a majority. Not that I'm super spoiler conscious, like if the game got spoiled for me, I wouldn't sit there and cry about it. I'm not that bad with this stuff, but a lot of people are, and seeing like things float about the internet literally everywhere is definitely an issue. So we need launch week to kind of be, you know, when everyone gets into the game with open mind. So if any more leaks come out between now and launch week, they need to be shut down, which is being done. There's lots of leaks popping up and being put straight down. And then on launch week, when people actually play the game, I feel that, you know, being blown away by secrets and cool things in the story is going to be really good for the game. And like I said, launch week really controls this pivotal moment in a game's life cycle. And if it's done well, it can literally just revive a game from the depths of hell. Like, you could have the worst game in the world, but if its launch week goes really well and people really enjoy it, then it will get a good reputation. But yeah, let me know what you think. Launch week's super important, and I feel that Saints Row, if they do this launch week right, it's going to win a lot of people over for them, and I think they can do it. I honestly do. I know that I'm really excited for the reboot, but I honestly think it's going to be a good game. And, you know, a lot of people like to think I'm just, like, sucking up, or, you know, I'm blind to all the negative parts, and it's like, I'm just excited for it, and I'm looking forward to it, and I think it looks good, and that's my opinion. So, let me know, this launch week, what do you really think has to be, like, happening? What would you want on launch week, to really just, you know, sell the game for you? For me, it's mainly low bugs. That would be the one thing for me. You know, steady streams of content past launch can happen in months. You know, we got DLC and stuff. But for that first week to month, they hopefully will have the game at a good point where it's not broken beyond belief with bugs. I don't mind a few. Like I said, I like Bethesda games, and they are the king of bugs. But I do think that they just need to hopefully release the product in a very decent state to begin with, and have a reverse AOM, where instead of it's a game that's just overshadowed by negativity on launch, it can be a game that's completely brought up, and then it takes over that negativity that was pre-launch. That's what I think can happen, and that's my opinion on it. Let me know what you think. Do you want the game to have certain things on launch or not? I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Sorry for saying super tired. I had a very late night last night. It's been a pretty wild few days. So, yeah, thank you all for everything. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace out.